captured the nation's attention, including the INEC's response to concerns surrounding the 2023 election, as well as President Tinubu's first month in office. Mr. Falana, thank you so much indeed for joining us tonight on the program. Let me get your view generally. For the Tinubu team, it's a big deal. 1 month in office, and from their own point of view, they've made some decisive policy decisions, and they've made some far-reaching policy actions, which is already having its effect on the livelihoods and the lives of many Nigerians. But in summary, how do you react, or how do you describe the 1 month in office of Bola Tinubu?
Well, I think the last 1 month has been moments of challenges, whereas the Buhari administration had cancelled fuel subsidy in the 2023 budget, but Nigerians expected that regime was not going to carry out the implementation of the removal. But the Bola Tinubu administration took Nigerians by surprise when at the inauguration speech of the president, an announcement was made to the effect that fuel subsidy was gone forever. The reverberating effects of the policy have been fed by the Nigerian people, particularly the wretched of the earth, the poor, the low polloi, and therefore the government has been compelled to declare its intention to roll out some palliatives on the part of the labor movement and the civil society organizations. They are asking the government is being asked to consider alternatives, alternative economic program, as opposed to the Washington consensus or the policies dictated, deleterious policies dictated by the IMF and World Bank. And that is that, whereas you have announced the removal of fuel subsidy, and we are being told now that about $10 billion will be saved, Nigerians are asking the government to look at the alternatives. Can we trade with countries that are prepared to accept Naira as opposed to our looking for the dollars? Can we embrace now the compressed natural gas, CNG, instead of PMS? Because from what we have just been told by one of leading economists, bourgeois economists in the country, Mr. Rewane, we are being told now that this is not the end of fuel subsidy removal. According to him, the government has not totally removed fuel subsidy. The EPA, I think another organization, petroleum suppliers, are saying that very soon, because of the collapse, or because of devaluation of the national currency via dollarization, the pump price may go to 700 naira. So the government will have to go back to the drawing table and look at the available options, either the Kenya model, by looking for friends in the international arena, like Saudi Arabia. Can we pay Naira while we are trying to fix our refineries, while you give us fuel? Or you simply trade with countries like China and India. Please, we are ready to sell our oil to you. Can you pay us Naira instead of dollars, so that we can show up the value of the Naira? Because as long as you continue to devalue the Naira via dollarization, the country will be in trouble. And these are the issues. These are the issues.
Yeah. So, I mean, for a lot of Nigerians, some of them who tonight are watching, the program tonight, having bought they bought fuel 3 times the price they would normally buy it May 28. May 29, their lives are taking a new turn entirely. Some of those who said that before now, that they will go to work, albeit with the little salaries they are earning. But now some of them will have to trek some distance, then have to take transport, because if they have to spend what they need to spend on transport, the prices have gone up. The price of commodities have gone up. The price of transportation had gone up. I mean, you look at it, subsidy removal, a lot of people have applauded it. But the effect of it is more on the downtrodden, the poor, the masses of our nation. Couldn't the Tinubu government have seen this happening? And now the issue of electricity tariff, and although they said this may not happen, the hike in the price of electricity tariff, and a whole lot of these issues are already impacting directly on the food on the table and the quality of life of the average citizen. They say, well, it might be a good policy, but Nigerians are suffering.
What is important in the implementation of government policies is to look at the impact on the people. Now that it's clear that those who initially applauded the removal of fuel subsidy are beginning to appreciate the enormity of the crisis that it has caused for the country, and now mounting pressure on the government to fast-track the process of cushioning the effects of removal. No doubt there was a lot of fraud that characterized the management of fuel subsidy, and the government will have to investigate that. Secondly, the government will have to move speedily to address the suffering of the people, undeserved pains inflicted on the people because of the irresponsibility of the Nigerian ruling class. Whereas General Muhammadu Buhari had promised in 2015, when I get to power, I am going to fix all the refineries.
Hey, real one. Let the most worthy step forth.
Seems to be some glitch there. Connection issues with Mr. Femi Falana, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, to